Going on, Sports Minister Philemon Mboweni speaking at their press conference with Floyd Mayweather.
Welcome to at the airport Ndaba Mandela, and we are great to have you here. It should have long happened, but we are great to host you whilst you are still a champ, not retired. Because we don't host mediocrity, we host champions. We will roll out the red carpet for you, for the rest to see, because humanity has given you to us. You no longer belong to America. Our kids look up to you. These people you see here, they don't sleep when you fight.
Thank you.
Early hours of the morning, they come look at you. Some of them, they fly to your fights, pay their tickets to go and watch you. Thanks, my brother, for coming. We know that your visit in this country is priceless. To me, I can sum it up like Tupac Shakur said, you are the rose that grew from concrete. And this is what you are all up, you are to us, and may the second rumble in the jungle happen in the free and democratic, non-sexist South Africa.
Yes.
With God's support, everything it is possible. I don't want to say much. I think we still have got a long way to go, but thank you for coming and touching down safely. You have traveled a long journey. It has touched all of us, and we are very much happy that finally you have arrived. May something out of this bless us for the good of humanity globally. Floyd Mayweather, the champ of all times, uncomparable. Welcome to South Africa.
First off, I want to thank my team, because without my team, all this wouldn't be possible. It's been a long road, it's been a long journey, but, you know, work and dedication paid off.
Biased and reliable news.
You know, to come back to the motherland, and I'm here now. It took 36 years, but I'm here, and I want to thank all you guys for the support. I mean, every time I go out there and fight, I just don't represent the red, white, and blue. You know, Floyd Mayweather represents the world, and I had a lot of support, and once again, I didn't do it by myself. I had a tremendous team, and a lot of people supporting me. For all those that came, you know, flew over to Las Vegas to see me, or wherever I was fighting at, you know, I'm very, very thankful for everybody that bought pay-per-view, and for my team working with you guys to get me over here. It's truly a dream come true. So, you know, I know you guys got a lot of questions, and I'm here to answer your questions.
Champ, if I could please get the ball rolling. As ever, much speculation about who you're going to fight next. You're 45-0, and I guess the question is who you're going to make rich next. You know, the big money says Amir Khan. What does the real money say?
We don't know. You know, well, we'll know within the next 7 days if it's Amir Khan, if it's Marcus Madonna. We don't know who it is at this particular time, but hopefully it's somebody that's very, very exciting, so we can continue to give you guys nothing but excitement.
Floyd, you claim to be the greatest in history, and many would agree.
Well, you know, I'm TBE. You know, Ali was considered the greatest. I call myself TBE, which is the best ever.
Champ, that being the case, who do you consider number 2 and 3?
Well, that's up to the people. You know, I didn't come into the sport to get this sport my whole life to say there's another fighter that's better than me. You know, there's a lot of exciting fighters out there. There's a lot of great fighters out there. Africa, you know, you guys had Azuma Nelson. You know, I thought at one particular time, because I've been professional now 18 years, so I thought, you know, it was close. At one particular time, I thought me and Azuma Nelson was going to fight, because he was a lot older at that time, but the guy who Azuma Nelson lost his title to, which was Gennaro Chiquinito Hernandez, may he rest in peace. That's the first guy who gave me my shot at the title, and he won the title from Azuma Nelson.
Cheb, as a boxing fan, I've got to ask you, 45 men have tried, 45 men have failed. How would you fight Floyd Mayweather?
I wouldn't fight Floyd Mayweather.
you're rich. You lose out on the money.
Champ, if I may ask a final question, what are your expectations for this visit?
I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm just happy to be here. There's so many, you got not just good places to go see, so many great places to go see. So I just keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best.
Thank you. If we could have questions from the floor, please raise your hand, introduce yourselves, and we'll take it from there. Mwande over there, if you could open it up, please. Behind you.
Hi, Floyd.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome to the African continent. Floyd, you are 2 fights into a 6-fight deal with Showtime, rumored to be around $300 million. I mean, at the end of this contract, can we expect to hear Floyd hanging his gloves? Secondly and lastly, you are not called money for nothing. You came here. How much how much did you earn from coming here? Thank you.
A lot of times people want, of course, always want to, I'm Floyd Mayweather. I'm never shy. I don't never like to duck or dodge any question. As far as the Manny Pacquiao fight, we can get right down, to the nitty gritty. This is what happened. I offered Manny Pacquiao to fight before. We didn't see eye to eye on terms, as far as with random blood in your intestine, Years later, we come back, I try to make the fight happen again. I offered him $40 million. He said he wanted 50-50, so we didn't make the fight happen. Manny Pacquiao, all of a sudden, he loses to Timothy Bradley. He loses to Marquez, which is a guy that I beat. He loses to Marquez. He has problems. He has tax problems now. So 2 losses and tax problems later. Now he all of a sudden want to say, you know what? I'll do anything to make the fight happen. When it's really saying that, Floyd, can you help me solve my tax problem, or help me solve my problem to get me out of debt? And whereas he's with Bob Arum, which is his promoter, and I'm under my own banner, which is Mayweather Promotions. So, if I'm keeping 100% of the revenue, there's no way I can go split, 30%, 20%, not even 10%. If I'm keeping 100% of the money, why would I go anywhere and split any money? I mean, it's more like, as far as with the, my last fight with, I don't even know the guy's name. Canelo. As far as with Canelo, well, they all the same to me, So, as far as with my fight with Canelo, they said, Floyd Mayweather record could never be broken. Without the Pacquiao fight, and as you've seen what we did, the fight done crazy numbers. But Canelo he's a solid competitor, and I think he's one of the guys that will be the future of boxing.
Thank you. Could I have a quick question over there, please?
Ndumiso Madlala from Sports Live. Champ, it's very nice to have you in the country. If you analyze your impeccable record, you're sitting at 45-0, of which 38-0 is against orthodox fighters and only 7-0 is against southpaws. Now, there's a whole lot of myths out there about Floyd Mayweather versus southpaws. And of course, it's fueled by what we saw once when you took a hell of a punch from DeMarcus Coley. Do you technically have a problem fighting left-handed boxers? And last question, I rate...
how many, you got to tell me, I don't know how many southpaws I fought. You just told me. So give me the number, how many?
It's 7 southpaws. In fact...
what's my record against them?
It's... True, champ. True, very true. Very true, champ. You are 7-0, but you struggled a little bit against Zeb Judah for the first 5 rounds. And Victor Ortiz was roughing you up a bit before you got knocked out silly. And DeMarcus Coley actually punched you with some really heavy punches. Do you really have a technical problem against left-handed boxers?
My whole thing is just put him in front of me and let's see what we can do. And you said it was 7. 7 came up short.
Thank you. We'll take a question from the back. Thank you.
This is Fezile Makanya from Supersport. Floyd, welcome to the country. Could we possibly see you actually one day fighting here in South Africa, as Minister Mbalula said?
I've been getting some offers. I've been getting some offers, via email. Also, my Uncle Jeff has been speaking to people, in Africa. Hopefully, it's a dream of mine to fight here someday. So hopefully we can make it happen if it's possible.
Loyiso, if you could ask your question.
Oh, sorry, thank you. I am Loyiso Mtya. I'm the acting CEO of Boxing South Africa. Ever since I started following you as a boxer, I've never heard you say you are following in the footsteps of so-and-so, or your idol is so-and-so, or so-and-so was this. It looks like it has been Floyd Mayweather 1, Floyd Mayweather 2, Floyd Mayweather 3. Is that what actually makes you to be great, to be actually your man, yourself?
Say it again one more time.
Is that what actually makes you a great man, a great boxer? To actually not be saying, I look up to so-and-so, you look up to yourself?
Well, I always wanted to be the first. You know, I admire what a lot of fighters have done, just athletes, period, and entertainers. I mean, of course, and we're in a world of entertainment. We love to entertain. But far as fighters, I respect fighters, and I take my hat off to guys that paved the way. Not just Ali, but it's Sugar Ray Robinson. There's a lot of fighters that open up a lot of doors for me to be where I'm at today. So I'm very, very thankful for that, but I always wanted to be the first.
Thank you. Question over there. Thank you.
Floyd, it's an honor to have you. I'm one of your biggest fans in South Africa. I'm so happy that you've come here. Floyd, I'm concerned about the Mayweather brand. For me, I'm a basketball fan as well, and Jordan's at the top when it comes to branding. And we think, I'm sure a lot of people in this room would agree, that you have surpassed Jordan in terms of your athletic achievement, your determination, and your hard work. When are you going to possibly sign that Nike deal that brings the Mayweather brand through the roof?
Well, I believe in, like I said before, I believe in taking risks and taking chances. I believe in putting up my own money and taking chances and taking risks. Whereas I feel like a Nike check on my back don't define my greatness. I feel like having 3 stripes from Adidas, that don't define my greatness. You know, whereas you got other fighters that got Under Armour on their shorts and Nike on their shorts and Adidas on their shorts, and they still come up short when they face Floyd Mayweather. So does a brand really define how great an athlete or entertainer is? I don't think so. And, you know, I feel like in due time I can take TMT to the next level, just like Nike did with their company.
Behind Loyiso.
Hi, Floyd. My name is Soli.
Where you at? Okay, I'm with you. TMT, I like their shirt.
Sure. Floyd, you've accomplished a lot in boxing, and we applaud you for that. Floyd, nowadays you hear guys like Bernard Hopkins saying they want to fight you, yet they are fighting in higher weight classes. And other journalists say you must fight Triple G. I just wanted to hear your comment on that.
It's like, well, what we like to say, what they call me in America, they say I'm the lottery ticket. You know, who's going to hit the lottery fighting or facing Floyd Mayweather. Bernard Hopkins, he's done a lot in the sport of boxing, you know, but I don't think he had a voice like Floyd Mayweather, or I don't think he had the, you know, the will to win like me. But Bernard Hopkins, you know, I take my hat off to that guy. He's brilliant. He's a brilliant fighter. To be almost 50 and still world champion in the sport of boxing, you know, like I said before, it takes a lot of determination, you know, a lot of hard work. But you know, I take my hat off to these people right here in the front, and my team, my security team. These are the people that has to make sure I'm comfortable every day, so I can go out there and perform for you guys. So, you know, we have to give a round of applause for my team.
Yes, sir. Question there at the back. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Over there.
Good evening. My name is Lelom Zakta from the South African Broadcast Corporation. Just to you, Floyd, do you see the Floyd Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao fight happening, and when and on what terms?
Well, you know, I just answered that question, you know, a few questions back. Once again, Bob Arum is a promoter that I was once with. I'm no longer with Bob Arum. He's a guy that was my promoter for probably nine years of my career, or probably even 10 years of my career. And once I left that promoter, you know, I went to a level that, you know, that is just unbelievable. And how I got there was I became my own boss, and I did the things that I wanted to do. I promoted my fights the way I wanted to promote my fights, and I kept all the money. Whereas it's different in the sport of boxing, where people don't really understand how boxing go. You know, as far as with these young fighters, you have a young fighter, and a fighter pays. Well, not me, but I'm telling you about what goes on with a lot of young fighters in the sport in today's time. They pay 33 1/3 to a manager. They pay 10% to a trainer. They pay another percentage to a cut man. Then they got to pay almost 40% to the IRS, and that's what the fighter is left with. So that's what's going on in the sport of boxing, you know, in today's time. Whereas if a fighter has a promoter on the back end of pay-per-view, a lot of promoters are not paying fighters. They're keeping all the money on the back end. Whereas me, I give my opponent that I'm facing, I give him, where you can see, like some guys, like you may have an opponent that has only made $2 million or $3 million, where when they face me, I can give them a guaranteed of $8 or $9 million. Where I think with Miguel Cotto, he had a chance to make, I think he made with me like $10.5 million, where before his highest payday was probably $7 million. So, you know, that's what we bring to the table, the Mayweather Promotions brand. We believe in the fighter winning when it's all said and done.
James over there. James, question from you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayweather. My name is James Dalton. I'm a former Springbok rugby player. Just want to say thank you very much for taking the time to come to our great country. It's indeed an honor to have a great boxer in a great country like South Africa. And I'm sure by your presence in our country, you'll inspire young youth to hopefully achieve the success that you have, not only in their lives, hopefully in sport and many other fields. So thank you very much for coming to our country. Thank you, sir.
Everyone, we're going to wrap up in 5 minutes, but if I could perhaps ask the Minister, could you perhaps give us some insight into plans with Floyd Mayweather this week?
We've got a very short program which will be availed to the media. But the biggest highlight is interactive on Friday, in which we'll get into the detail of Floyd's life and how that particular life will wrap off to all of us who aspire to be good and the good sporting people going into the future. And I think that goes to the boxers, reawakening the giant, the sport of the poorest of the poor in our country. And I think we look forward to that, and that is very much important. And many young stars who aspire to box will have had just a snippet tonight. How is it? We know our problems and our challenges that we seek to address. And I'm grateful for that finally this has actually happened. And we look forward to cooperative work and partnership, which I think will announce in the due process going into the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, guys, we'll do 2 more questions. I'm going to ask Nick to pose your question, please, Nick.
Hi, Nick Gordon from the Citizen newspaper. Question for Floyd. Yeah. Floyd, you've got a history with South African boxing. You fought Philip Ndoh when you were something like 30-0. Just can you give us your recollections of that fight?
I was actually just in I was talking about that fight earlier. You know, I fought two different African fighters. One of the fighters, the first fighter I faced was Justin Juco, you know, a real big puncher. Another African fighter I won't forget, of course, Philip Ndoh, a guy 31-1 with 30 knockouts, and tough guy, tough competitor. But you know, I had to bite down, be smart, and I took my time, you know, and I take my hat off to the guy. He came to win, and he represented Africa. I mean, he was an unbelievable fighter.
Got a question over there, thank you.
Hi, Floyd. Thank you for coming to the country. This is Pelelani. I'm one of your biggest fans in the country. You can call me TMT ambassador in South Africa. I mean, I've been following you, I don't know since when. Yeah, it's a great honor for us to see you like live in the same room and everything. And hopefully one day I'll be able to come to Los Angeles to see one of your fights.
Thank you,
and,
appreciate it.
Yeah. And in terms of after you retire, in terms
four
of
more. I got 4 more, and I'm through.
After those 4 more left in your contract with Showtime, what would be your plans for your future?
Don't forget CBS. We can't leave CBS out. Everybody always saying Showtime. You know, with both companies.
Yeah, what is the plan for your future and TMT? And who are you planning to walk into the ring for your next fight?
One question, thanks.
Thanks, Floyd.
Well, what we want to do, I truly believe in just taking our time, not rushing. You know, they've been working on, actually, James McNair and Ricky Brazil have been working, you know, hand in hand, you know, speaking to different people, trying to get me to Africa for the last 3 years. You know, we took our time and eventually we made it happen. And I look forward to coming back, hopefully coming back and fighting. So, as far as the TMT brand, we doing good numbers. You know, I think, you know, when we first launched, you know, the clothing line for TMT, I think in the first 4 months we made like 3 million, 4 million. So, you know, we're doing pretty good.
Final question, if it could please be posed by Mr. Mandela Jr.
Skolelo Sokelelo from SABC. Floyd, your stay in South Africa is pretty short. What sort of legacy are you hoping to leave behind?
You know, a lot of fighters are looking to be the best. I just want to be known as the smartest fighter, you know, as far as business-wise outside the ring.
Guys, if you'll forgive us, the Mayweather team has another engagement, so we're going to wrap it up now at 9 p.m. sharply. I'd like to thank the principals, thank the world champion for your time and your energy and your enthusiasm. It's fantastic to have you along.
Thank you.
If everyone could please stay.